Hi there everyone, it's Misty here from TheJollyFatElf. Happy Monday! Thank you so much for joining me for another day in my 2021 holiday card series. In today's video, we are playing with glitter cardstock and a new stamp set from Pinkfresh Studio. I actually used this on the scrapbookpal.com YouTube channel. I'll try to remember to link that video in the description box down below. It turned out absolutely beautiful. Completely not my style, but I really enjoyed making it, and I just absolutely love the stamp and die set. So much, in fact, that you're going to see another card in the next coming weeks. So yeah, so let's head over to my craft table and I'll share with you how to make this really easy and simple but beautiful card. So I'm going to start by stamping the tree onto a piece of paper. This is the Hammermill 100-pound cardstock, I believe is what it's called, what I use. So we're going to stamp the entire thing, and I'm going to go ahead and use the MFT Extreme Black because I'm going to be doing some Copic coloring. So you saw me run this on the back of my hand, then you saw me go ahead and use my hand again, and that's because you don't want this to be sticky. Photopolymer stamps like this are really sticky when you first use them, and unfortunately they will lift the paper if you aren't careful. Okay, so just ignore the pink background. This card ended up going in a complete different direction than I initially thought it might. So I will share with you the markers in just a couple of minutes, but this is just some really basic, easy coloring. I knew I wanted a soft and pastel look to the tree and to the present. It ended up being almost what I had in my brain, but sometimes things go askew and that's okay. It's just paper. So I am of the mindset that I just go where the paper takes me. All right, so I'm going to bring in a little bit of a darker color to add a little bit more dimension. Again, this is just really simple, easy, flicking in some color. I'm not trying to do any fancy shading or anything like that. I just want to give this tree a bit of dimension because it is the star of the show. So here's a look at the colors I used. You can pause the video if you want to. So this is my Delicata Gold. I was hoping to use this. I was going to stamp, I was going to smush the ink pad on the block and use it to color in all the ornaments, but it's dry, so I didn't do it that way. So I used my blender pen to pick up enough of it to do the star, but then I had this kind of metallic marker. I think these came from AliExpress, to be quite honest. I'm not really sure what they are. They're just metallic markers with a finer tip. So I used that to color the tops of the ornaments and to color in the garland. For the ornaments, I am bringing in some Pearl Nouveau drops, and I'm just starting them on a scrap piece of paper. That way they don't splutter all over the project, because I'd already, like I said, this kind of went off the rails to what it was supposed to be. So I wanted to make sure I didn't get it messy. So I used those different colors. You could really use anything. You could color them, you could not color them, you could leave them white if you wanted to, completely up to you. So I went away and let those dry, and then came back and did some really quick and simple coloring on the presents, just 2 colors, nothing too fancy. So if you saw my video on Friday, I talked about how the stamp stamped all 3 images at one time, but when you use the die, it cuts them into 3 different images. So, I don't know where I was going with that, but there you go. I have no idea. I have no idea where my brain was taking that, but there you go. So once I'm done coloring, I'm going to go ahead and die cut this with the die. Again, just putting it down, using some washi tape and running that through. So I am bringing in the spring, I believe this is Spring Fling from Echo Park, because I really wanted this plaid. You guys know I love plaid. I used plaid on Friday's video. So, but I didn't want, I wanted something that was a bit non-traditional. I wanted something that really went with the color of the tree. And I just wanted something that would allow me to just play with different colors. I really love the push the envelope when it comes to colors for the holidays. And I think this one turned out really, really great. So for this is pink, and this is going to be the layer where my tree sits, and then I'm going to use this gold for the largest layer. So I'm using the Pinkfresh Studio stitch rectangle dies, and I used the largest, the next to largest on the plaid, and then the next one on the glitter paper. This is a piece of cotton candy cardstock from Simon Says Stamp. I've cut that down to 4 1/4 by 11, and I've scored it at 5.5. You can see here that that gives it just 1/8 of an inch of a border. I'm going to go ahead and bring in some score tape. Again, you can also use tear and tape. It's called many different things. But again, I'm adhering to glitter. Now this glitter is soft, like it's not a chunky glitter, so you may be able to get away with using a tape runner, but I just wanted to be sure. You guys know I like to sell my cards when I create them, so I want to make sure that when you get them, they're not going to fall apart on you. So yeah. For the glitter layer and for the tree and the presents, I'm going to go ahead and pop all of them up using the foam mounting tape from Scotch. This is just easier sometimes than using a ton of different little dimensionals or dots. So here I only added 1 layer of adhesive to the Christmas star, or the star on the Christmas tree. I really should have added 2 layers, and you're going to see me do that. It's mostly going to be off camera because I needed it right in front of my face so I could see something. But the tree ends up hanging off just a little bit. It's really just the star that hangs off. So it really needed an extra dimension. And I don't know why I didn't consider that, because it's on the layer that's already popped up. So again, I apologize that that's off camera, but I'm literally just sliding in the dimensional underneath the star. And I'm going to go ahead and stamp this sentiment. And I think this says, I hope you get everything you want under the Christmas tree this year, or something like that. I'm using a pink ink cube from Gina K Designs to stamp that. It takes a couple of times to stamp it, but this really turned out really pretty. And this pink is so perfect for this card. So I'm going to go ahead and get this adhered to the inside just using some tape runner, and that's going to be it. That is it for today's card. Thank you so much for joining me today. I really do appreciate you. Let me know what you think of this card and this color combo in the comments down below. Here's a look at the one I made for scrapbook.com. You can see that it's very not me, but I really, really love how it turned out. And I will try to remember to link that in the comment or in the description box down below. All right, guys, I love your faces. I'll see you Wednesday. Bye for now.